Hi, I'm Russell. We all like playing with our cars and driving them, but where can you really test the limits of your cars and your performance? What you need to do is get involved with motorsport. These days it's not so easy to do, you need a budget. Well, let me tell you about speed events where you can compete with any car and have a ball. This little film is telling you what you really need to get involved. Okay, well obviously you need a car. A standard car will do. You can share a car with a mate, which obviously cuts down the costs, and many clubs are including standard cars in their events these days. So how do you go about actually becoming a racing driver? Well, first of all, you need an MSA competition license, and you can find out how to do this by going on the MSA website. The link is here, and through that you can apply for a license, and the basic license is called a National Non-Race B, and that will cost you £38. When you applied for your license, you will be sent this document called the Blue Book, for obvious reasons, and in it there's all the details that you need to know to become a competitive driver. The section referring to speed events is section S, sprints and hill climbs, and the other important section that you need to know is section L, which gives the list of permitted tyres that you must run. Once you've got your competition license, you need to join a club, and you can find your local clubs through the MSA website, and here's a link to find your local club. You just put in your postcode and that will take you to their website. Having got your competition license, joined a club, you then can enter an event. There's one or two little things you need to do to your car to enable you to compete. Okay, I'm just going to run through these now. First of all, you'll need some competition numbers, and these can easily be printed off on a piece of paper and stuck in the side windows. You'll need a timing strut, and this starts and stops breaks the light beam to start and stop the clock, and fits to the front of the car. Now you'll have to manufacture this. This is a piece of alloy from a door finger plate with a simple bracket, a couple of holes drilled in the front of the car attached with self-tapping screws. The dimensions are critical. It's 254 by 51 millimeters, or 10 by 2 in old money, and it has to be 200 millimeters, or between 180 and 200 millimeters off the ground. Okay. Another job you've got is you've got to mark your on-off position of your ignition switch. You should blank off the inspection hatch for your fuel filler sender, although no one has ever inspected this in the years I've been competing. Towing points should be marked, front, and back, although you might do a slightly better job than I did there. And finally, the negative terminal of your battery needs to be marked yellow. Okay, equipment that you're going to need. First off, a helmet. Now, not any old helmet will do. It has to have a flame resistant lining, and there's only certain British standards that will be acceptable. These are listed in your blue book. This is a BS6658-85. Okay. Motorbike helmets don't have flame retardant linings, and no matter how expensive they are, they won't be acceptable. Flame-proof gloves, about £30. I should say for a helmet it's about £150, but obviously it's important, the more money you can spend the better. Flame retardant gloves, have to have those, about £30. Flame retardant overalls. You can go for Nomex, 3-layer Nomex. These are about £250, £150, well, £250 for a set of 3-layer Nomex. Or cheaper. And that's all there is to it. A couple of final points. There's an excellent book by Phil Short and Steve Wilkinson, published by Veloz. Hill Climbing Sprinting, the Essential Manual. You can get it on Amazon for a few pounds, and that'll go through all the points that I've just mentioned and quite a lot more. A great way to get started to see if you might enjoy this is to go along to one of the hill climb schools. The nearest one in the north of England is at Harewood, and you can find that from their website. I'll put a link direct to the hill climb school for you there. So let's just recap. You've got your car, you've got your MSA license, your National B license, you've done those few little jobs around the car, you've joined a club, mine's Longton and District and the Liverpool Motor Clubs. That's costing you about £10 or £12. You've bought your helmet, your overalls, your gloves, you've entered an event run by one of the clubs or where the club is invited, and you've got your numbers in the window, you turn up and you too could be a star in a reasonably priced car.